This week's talk is about embracing our light and darkness. We're not just one or the other. What it takes to embrace yourself and accept yourself just as you are. Usually we are told that we should just push through and work through feeling alright and just to ignore the feelings that arise. It is very highly rewarded to just keep pushing through and just ignore when uncomfortable feelings arise. And today I would like to talk about what it takes to embrace all of you, all parts of you, including the imperfect you. Usually when we are highly sensitive, we go through phases where we have parts of ourselves that we are embarrassed to show to other people, or we are not willing to acknowledge what hurts. And usually feelings are a compass. They're here not for us to shut them down or ignore them, but they're like a guidance systems that is helping us navigate the world. And usually we just don't embrace the dark part of us. When these feelings arise, we should validate them and we should listen to them. They are here showing up or bringing up something that maybe we have unconsciously buried, and it's manifesting in our daily activities. It's showing up. So one of the ways to embrace that is to remind yourself that it's okay to have those feelings, and you can fact check if they're actually real. You can not accept them as part of you or as who you are, but just as a feeling. See it as a third person and check if there are reasons for those feelings to be valid. One of the reasons these feelings might arise when they're not in an appropriate events, it's because of trauma. I always like that analogy of if you're in the woods and a bear shows up, you start to get all anxious and sweating and nervous, and when you have trauma, it's the same thing except there's no bear. So you're going back to a traumatic experience even if that's not what's happening right now, but you're having all the symptoms. So after you fact check if it's a valid response, if it's real, and you can talk yourself through it, and embrace being uncomfortable. Don't shut it down, don't ignore it. Just give yourself time to listen to it and see, evaluate what's happening, but be okay being uncomfortable. Usually we try to avoid anything that makes us feel uncomfortable. We we immediately want something else to numb it, or to we want to get out of it as quickly as possible. But sometimes the best way is to hear this and validate these pains or emotions and try to figure out why are they showing up, to uncover what are they trying to tell you. A big step that really, really helped me to love and accept myself was when I embraced all parts of me, even the bad or the ugly or whatever you want to call it. They're part of you. You can't just be loving yourself when everything's okay, when everything's feeling good. You also have to love yourself through feeling bad, through being uncomfortable. So embracing both, it'll help you not feel bad because you're feeling bad, so it adds more to it. You can also remind yourself that it shall pass. It won't be eternal. And even though when we're highly sensitive, it feels like it's going to be eternal, and we're like going to be feeling this because the emotions are so intense. But even though it feels eternal, it shall pass. It won't be forever, even though it feels like that. Another way we can prepare before we're in a crisis, because usually it's better for us to plan ahead instead of waiting, not waiting, but instead of being caught out of guard in a crisis or with these feelings and emotions. It really helps if we plan, ahead when we're feeling good, what will make us feel better. If we plan with strategies and activities or things that make us feel cozy and happy again, or bring some kind of comfort, if we put them, in our plan and go to them when we're thinking we're going there before we're even there, in that downward spiral, we immediately implement this plan, we might prevent going through an episode. So I challenge you to write down 7 ways that you could, 7 of your favorite activities that bring you that coziness feeling, that bring you to your happy place. And they have to be healthy coping skills. They have to be healthy mechanisms that soothe you, and the best ones are usually around self-care, because you send nurturing messages to yourself. So you can create a list of 7 things that you will go to when you're starting to feel like you're going to that uncomfortable. The first thing that you can do is journal and write down what happened, what took you to that place. Was there an event? Was it a person? Just write down everything that took you to that place. Journal what happened, and sometimes it's a very healthy way to vent the emotion, to release it, to hear it. Sometimes after you read it, after the emotions and feelings go away, you will find something that you weren't, that maybe you'll be surprised. You'll find something that you didn't know about yourself or that's happening. In case of, having a sucky time, or if you're feeling those intense emotions, write down in a piece of paper first what's happening, what's taking you there. And then I'm going to share my list of the 7 things I do when I'm starting to go there. Mine is to text or call someone that I know cares about me and that won't judge me. The second is go to my kitty cats. You can't see Luna. Luna's right there looking at me. My cats usually bring those cozy feelings. The third is to just watch comedy or a horror movie. So a horror movie, because hopefully, it's a very, very good one. If not, I just go to comedy. My fourth is repeat affirmations. I'm a big lover of affirmations. Just saying them out loud or in front of the mirror really bring me to a better place. Another one, I think my 5th one, is to burn a candle or some incense. It's just stimulating the senses, right? So it's bringing you to experience something else too. Read a book is usually very good too, or listen to music. So I usually go to either. And my 7th one, it could be Pinterest. I have a board, my dream board of my dream life, and just fantasize of things and check out clothes or anything, right? It's like a distraction. I usually avoid, and I'm not the best example of this, but I'm really trying, is avoid Facebook, because Facebook, usually it doesn't help me that much because it takes me to a place of comparison, and that doesn't bring good feelings, and it's not a good comparison. Like Brené Brown says, is the thief of happiness. Here are some suggestions to add to your list: is go outside for 5 minutes, smell lavender, get some sunshine in your face. Even if it's cold, sometimes the sun comes out. Like here, it's winter and the sun's coming out. Take a shower. Eat something that's healthy, like a juice. Do a 5-minute meditation or like a breather meditation. So those are like some very, very good, resourceful things that you can have in a list, and you can have this list in a little tiny paper. And when you're starting to feel like you're going to the spiral of, where feelings are coming up, you can just bring your list out and read it and commit to doing at least 2 things from the list to help you prevent getting in a crisis. That's this week's talk. It's about embracing our light and darkness. We're not just one or the other. And let me remind you that the webinar replay is available for everyone that wants to learn about confidence and self-esteem. It's like an hour and a half long because it's massive content and my massive research of the past 6 months that I'm sharing with everyone, that everyone should learn, and talk about thought distortion, tips to cope with this distorted thinking. I talk about the latest therapy. Even the New York Times released a statement saying that cognitive therapy and these type of therapies are showing to be more effective than talk therapies even. Dania Vanessa, I'm an emotional intelligence mentor, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach me at my Facebook group. It's called bossofmyfeelings.com. That's my website, and the Facebook group is also called Boss of My Feelings, and I upload tools there for emotional intelligence. I recently uploaded an exercise to clear negative thinking, a meditation to heal the past, a body appreciation meditation. So I keep uploading things that are helpful for emotional intelligence, and let's be resilient together. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Don't forget that it's never too late to change the story of our lives.